Hi everybody, welcome to today's video. Glad to have you back. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I'm trying on some practice makeup for our anniversary this week. That is on Wednesday, and when I'm wanting to go for something different, I have to put it on my face and kind of walk around and wear it, see what I want to add to it or take away, get any extra ideas. I got this look from the Norvina palette. Natasha, wrong person. Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I started with this pink tone, switched to the browner shade. I have a Violetta as my eyeliner, up and down, and I also mixed in some Passion. I think I could still go darker in my eye because it is dinner. It will be dinner. So I'm playing around with it. I have the Cover FX cream eyeshadow in the color Magic all over my lid. Love this stuff. I do dab it on and then go at it with a normal packing brush. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe brushes. This is JH41. It is the best packing brush I own. And then I just tapped it around, not like painting or smearing type stuff. So, when I was talking about supplements, I didn't do the best job because I kind of dove into the subjects off the cuff. So I thought we could talk anti-aging, supplementation, and we will just go through them one by one, what I take every single day at my lunch hour, on my break at work, and I take them with food because I'm fasting otherwise. So I eat dinner, then I'm fasting, clear until lunchtime, no breakfast. Actually, the human body does not require 3 meals a day. Is it easy or fun? No. It's harder in the beginning because your body is used to a certain load and it gets used to the normal type. And yeah, I did have some sweating and not feeling the best. You just have to push through, and then your body will burn fat and it gets used to the new normal, which is less food, because it doesn't really technically need all the food. We just weren't designed for it. Every study I see, lectures I listen to, we just don't need the food. We especially don't need 3 meals of toxic food. Food dye, food out of a box. You get my meaning. First up for me on the list, hair, skin, and nails. So I take this with the load every day. All my supplements pretty much come from Life Extension. Great website, great free magazine. I highly recommend it to anyone that is interested in anti-aging. So, this one has all the stuff that you need for your hair and your skin. It's really boosting, filling the gaps of the things that kind of go awry as we age. It has niacin, B6, biotin, pantothenic acid, calcium, zinc, copper. Now, the whole list are on the back of every Life Extension bottle. And of course, every bottle says, as directed by your physician. And hair, skin, and nails is 4 tablets per day. I just pop them all down at once. I don't try to spread them out, or some in the morning, some at night. I just get it done in my load. My multivitamin I get from Dr. Sinatra's website, not the singer. But they are related, it turns out. I think distantly. Dr. Sinatra has great research on women needing different multivitamin. We have different needs than men. So my husband takes the one formulated for men, and I take the one formulated for women. He talks about women's heart sizes compared to males. He talks a lot about women's health. He's a very big advocate of women's supplementation needs for their hearts, especially. He is an integrative cardiologist, so it is his specialty, meaning he's a regular MD cardiologist for many years, and then he integrated functional medicine into his practice. So he has his patients on supplementations that he thinks that's important for their health. He is one of the best integrative cardiologists we have in the country. The entire list of everything is on the back of his supplementation as well. And the women's bottle has different things in it than the men's. I take 2 of those with my load. Resveratrol. Resveratrol is very important to the body. Resveratrol was discovered in grapes. Scientists of this ilk and this genre, I believe plant growers that grow grapes, they figured out that grapes have their own protection mechanism in them that prevent mold and like disease process, and that what is in grapes is resveratrol. Then they brought it into human study. Did it work? Does it apply? Did it go? It turns out that it is just as great for humans as it protects our grape plants. Resveratrol is a 1 a day. It's in my load every day. It's in my husband's load every day. And it is an amazing, amazing protectant that helps your body fight disease processing. Disease processing, why is that important? Because it's anti-aging. You want to keep all of that stuff pushed aside. And to do so, you have to have a strong, powerful body that has a great immune system. This is next up on my list, omega-3. This is super omega. This one has sesame ligands and olive extract. It's molecularly distilled. These things are huge. The dose is 4 a day. This is one thing that I split up. These guys are monster. So I take 2 with my lunch in my large pill dosing, and then I just take 2 for dinner. Because they're so big, I split this one up, 2 for lunch, 2 for dinner. Remember, what is omega for? Your brain. You need good fat for your brain to work. Your brain cells actually access fat molecules to process. So remember, why do we feed babies high-fat diets? Why? It's because we are growing brains and bodies. Brains grow and maintain in high-fat environments. Remember, nobody ever died from fat. They died from sugar and large deposits. We know now, and we've known long time, that fat is not good fat. Bad fat will, yes, kill us. I'll rephrase. Bad fat will hence clog your arteries, but good fat won't hurt you. It doesn't hurt you. The human body, especially your brain, especially as you're aging. You want to keep your brain as fat and fluffy as it once was when you were young, because as we age, it shrinks. It comes together instead of remaining fat and fluffy. Next up, Cran Max. I take this every day instead of eating 5 gallons of cranberries. I take this because I've had multiple surgeries in my abdomen, so I want my bladder, who has been disturbed on a multiple basis, to be as healthy as it can be. So this helps me keep UTIs down to basically 0. When I had an extreme problem with them before, I changed my lifestyle. Cran Max is just another protectant because I don't have time to eat 5 pounds of cranberries every day, which I don't really enjoy cranberries. Cran Max. The dose on this is 1. Ceramides. Remember me talking about the importance of ceramides, and my lighting sucks, so sorry. Ceramides is what helps keeps the skin. This is a jelly type substance. The skin. It's so important to take a good ceramide. It helps with overproducing oil, or it helps with dry skin. Helps with dry patches. It helps with brown spots, age spots, liver spots, thigh issues, meaning skin patches, rosacea. Ceramides is your answer. It's long studied by much smarter people than me. This comes from wheat, and no, it is not GMO'd, and it is not have gluten in it. This is just what they extract to make the ceramide. Ceramides, as you can see, are really helping me age the new way. The dose on these is 1 a day. Enzymes. I take enzymes every time I eat. I eat twice a day, 5 days a week. Pretty much 7 days a week. I mean, it's a rare day, if ever, if I try to eat 3 meals a day. It just doesn't work for me. I'm full. I'm working out. I'm putting in a big physical effort. I don't really have the time. So I really just don't eat 3 meals a day on the regular. My days off, I'm not fasting for breakfast, but I'll eat breakfast and then pretty much fast till dinner. Just don't find that I need the in-between food, and your body does a lot of recovering after you eat a meal, and it's tearing down the food. We stopped making enzymes on the level late 30s. I'll say definitely early 40s. This is good science. It's been published many times. I never eat without a digestive enzyme. I want my body to help my body tear apart food, and so I can absorb proper nutrients that I need. As we age, it is harder for us to absorb proper nutrients because we don't have enough stomach acid or enzymes on board. I know Susan Summers, you guys have heard me talk about, I know she takes tons of these every day, all day. This is my water, as you can see. Apple cider vinegar every day, 2-3 times a day, as much as I can get on me. That's 2 tablespoons in that size of a ice water. I read a big thing a few months back, probably 6 months ago, about people with allergies. They were studying, trying, 1,000 people in a few different study groups, trying to figure out what is it about allergies that makes everything inflammatory in your maxillary sinus and the sinus. What's going on? So, it turns out at the end of this very long study that I read, it's a form of a probiotic, and it's called comforting nasal support. So I thought some of the research was very technical, even for me, and that's saying something. And I thought, well, okay, because our health is connected to our bowel. We know this. Our immune system is wrapped around our bowel. Our bowel can leak depending on the amount of toxins that you take in. And it's not like a big hole, or else you'd be in trouble and need surgery. They're microscopic. I mean, you'd have to have a microscope to even see it. Just very tiny toxins can lurch through the bowel and through the immune system out into the bloodstream. That's exactly where we don't want them. We don't want them just free floating everywhere, causing problems. So I tried nasal about 6 months ago. I tried it for a month and went off. I could not believe the difference in my morning sinus issues. I was pretty much stunned of what this actually did for me. I take my regular probiotic at bed, and this nasal one I take first in the morning on my empty stomach. Doesn't bother my stomach. The dose is 1 a day. It says with or without food. I definitely take it only on fasting stomach. This has really changed my eye watering issues and my dripping nose issues. Nasal. Every single morning. I take curcumin, which is turmeric, every single day. The dose is 1. And this stuff is a miracle. You can order it. It's just locked in a gel caplet anywhere you want to. This is super bio. Curcumin just means the guts of turmeric. This is some of the most powerful anti-aging. Why is it anti-aging? Because it's anti-inflammatory. Aging literally means inflammatory issues going on inside, which then get reflected on the outside, on our hands, on our skin, on our face, on our necks. Next one, vitamin K2. I talked about this. This is the driver to keep your calcium in the bone instead of just lollygagging around the bloodstream. The body has a hard time processing calcium, meaning absorbing it properly. K2 is its driver. It is its truck driver. I take low dose K2, and it is 1. So it's mixed in with my morning load, and I want my calcium out of my arteries and drove into my bones where it belongs. This was highly studied for many years. As I say, many people smarter than me figured this stuff out. The point about supplementation is, how do you know what to take, when to take, where to take, blah, blah, blah. It's just research. Or, go listen to somebody that you trust. If you don't trust me, look up the information or find somebody else. Go to Susan's website. Listen to her science. Listen to her doctors. Listen to the team. She's very educated on the subject. L-carnitine. This is a new one for me. I just recently added it into my fasting stomach. L-carnitine is one dose. You could spread this out for your day, but I'm not fasting all day. This is for fasting tummy. Why? Because this is cellular energy. Like, woo! I'm going to go inside and boost your cellular communication, your cell-to-cell conversations. It's easily looked up. All of this stuff is. You could just Google L-carnitine and read about it. It's all right there, plain as day. And just because you can find it on the internet doesn't mean it's bad information. You can look it up on the Mayo Clinic website. I've read about L-carnitine on the Mayo Clinic website. They know it exists. They are pioneering the way with some functional doctors. Not all, just some. We're going to turn the corner very slowly. Okay, I'm digging, people. Milk thistle. Milk thistle, liver. This is your liver health in a bottle. The dose is 2 soft gels daily. If you have a cocktail, if you have anything toxic, like it's a cheat day, you want to go dive into some ice cream, which I do. You want to go to Ben & Jerry's, you want to go to QT, you want a soda, you want something that's toxic, because toxins do taste delicious. Unfortunately, I mean, it sucks, I know, but we tell each other in my house all the time that toxins taste delicious, because they do. I mean, what donut doesn't taste good? I have never found a donut that don't taste good in my life. Maybe jellies. I take milk thistle every day. So does my husband. It's in the morning regiment. CoQ10. CoQ10 is your mitochondria cellular energy. We don't make it like we used to make it when we were young. And also, if you have to be on, I'm not going to say have to. If you are on high blood pressure medicine, cholesterol medicine, both medicines of any variety destroy the brain and cellular health. It's doing one thing for you and destroying 5 other things. I'm not saying don't take it. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just stating a medical fact. It's not my opinion. This is why now even regular doctors give their patients CoQ10. And it's all over the news because now we realize people have to have it, especially in this environment that we live in these days, and our food being in the state that it is. If you cannot eat organic food, unfortunately, you're ingesting tons of toxins through your meat because they have been giving growth hormones, antibiotics, all kinds of weird things that they weren't meant to ever get. It's strange that we have to call animals eating grass organic because that's just what they've done forever. I mean, when I was young, the only kind of beef we ate were cows that were grass-fed because cows eat grass. That subject, CoQ10, is a must in anyone's regimen. This is 1 per day. It's in my morning load, or as it were, afternoon load when I eat my lunch. Azaxanthin. Azaxanthin has been in my rotation for probably 6 months now, 5 months. Azaxanthin is probably scientifically more powerful antioxidant, anti-aging, anti-everything than even turmeric. Azaxanthin is produced in algae. Anything that has to do with the ocean and the human body is like, yes, we need to marry it together. It closely mimics our own body. As xanthan is what makes salmon pink. It is what makes flamingos pink because azaxanthin is in their food chain. Who knew that flamingos weren't born pink? I did not know that. Does that make me sound stupid? And I did not know that salmon weren't pink on the inside. It's because they consume algae that have azaxanthin in it. And I take this every day, so does my husband. It's in a little jelly cap. This is the most powerful thing almost in our lineup. Mega, I'm probably butchering this name, lycopene. This is another anti-aging, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory type situation. This is one a day. The anti-aging part about supplements is real. I hear a lot of, and I believe that's it. That's my regimen. I hear or I read a lot of people like, you don't need supplements. It's just a waste of time and money. You get what you need out of your food. Unfortunately, that's not the case anymore, and it hasn't been the case for quite a long time. We used to get everything that we needed from our food. Also, I left it downstairs, but at night my regimen is 1 probiotic, 1 broad spectrum magnesium. Magnesium deficiencies in the human life is so abundant. It causes so many problems, and people don't understand. You have these muscle pains and these joint issues and this, and the list is very long about magnesium deficiencies. So I take a broad spectrum magnesium, which has several different kinds in there with my melatonin, because sleeping is a game changer. I'm putting sleeping 8 hours in the anti-aging regimen. What is the biggest complaint that I hear from anyone in my age range? We don't sleep. I don't sleep. I sleep 4 hours and I'm up. There's very good reasons why you're not sleeping, and it's called no hormones. Without hormones, you're not going to sleep. Progesterone is the minor hormone that sleeps us tight. Once it drains out, you're not going to sleep. It just won't happen. And you definitely won't sleep 8 hours uninterrupted. You won't have quality sleep. Sleep is a game changer. It is required that you sleep. The only time your body repairs itself is in REM. If you don't get good quality REM, it's kind of like stacking boulders on top of boulders, because the body cannot be balanced and it cannot be healthy without sleep, proper sleep. Why did our grandparents sleep? I'm 52. My grandparents have been gone. I speak of them a lot because I wish I would have asked them more questions. When I had the chance, I wish I could have just sat down and had a conversation with my grandmother, who was the most beautiful human on the planet. Hey, how are you feeling? Hey, are you sleeping great? But from my perspective, they did go to bed early, but they slept and they got up early. It's because they didn't have the toxic burden that we have now. So I know I've said this before, but I'm just going to keep saying it because the information is so important. Hormones, minor hormones, are not just so you want to have sex with your husband or your partner or whoever you want to have sex with. That's not what it's all about. Is it a benefit? Yes. Because when you're healthy and you're balanced, you want to have sex. You want to. You feel good. You feel like having sex. There is nothing wrong with this. My grandparents didn't give up their sex life. I know they didn't. I know it. With everything in my body, I know they did not give up their sex life because they were aging. But people do it now on the regular because they're aging hard. They don't feel like it because they don't have any hormones. And hormones, minor hormones, remember, it's like a ladder, as Susan said on one of her videos so greatly. Minor hormones over here, majors over here. What are the majors? Insulin. Okay, I'm gonna just throw a monkey wrench in it. Insulin, cortisol, adrenal. What are minors over here? Testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. These are your minor hormones. Now in life, they are balanced. Big guys, little guys. When the little guys go, the big guys come over and they take over. It's a delicate balance. Once you swing like this, your insulin rises, your cholesterol rises, your cortisol rises. Cortisol is not supposed to be high when you're sleeping. And that's another reason why you don't sleep. Major guys are taking over, minor guys are slipping. This did not happen in the generation before me, maybe. But definitely my grandparents' generation, that did not happen for them. Their majors did not take over, and their minors didn't dump out at the rate that people have them dumping out now. You have women, approaching menopause who can't function, pouring sweat at the workplace, soaking their clothes, getting crazy. Emotional upheavals, up and down, crying, getting pissed, sad, mad. I'm very sad. This is all because the hormones are draining out at such a very fast rate. When it used to be, hormones left the body gently over time as nature intended. What got in the way of this process? Food. Canned food, the cans are lined with things to keep us from getting sick from having a metal can wrapped around our food, right? Because back in the day, people got sick from eating food out of cans. They got lead poisoning. Did you know that? So we learned to line cans. The lining in cans closely mimics hormones in the human body. There's yet another reason why our children are progressing, growing at such fast rates. It's because of the food and the things, chemicals in the food that mimic hormones in the body. So the brain starts getting confused. Am I supposed to be producing this much estrogen? Or is it time to let the estrogen go? I have an 11-year-old daughter who is completely in hormonal hell, or heaven. I don't know what to say about that. But at 11, I started, I believe, in 6th grade. She's in 6th grade. But her symptomology came on, I would say, at the beginning of 5th grade. She was already going. The body was going. This is not, you have girls going hormonal at such younger and younger rates. It's not because we're bad parents or we didn't take them to the doctor enough. It's because of the food chain. I took all of the toxins out of her lifestyle and her hormones slowed down, as it were. Now we're fully there, but it didn't happen at the quick pace that it was going I was able to kind of interrupt the process cleaning up our food. Did I stop the process? No, because the train had already left the station. I even had a normal, no functional, a regular pediatrician look at me because she's so tall, and she's always been like in the 100th percent, I swear to God, 100th percent of tallness her whole life. He looked at me and said, well, you might want to consider taking her off regular cow's milk and giving her organic cow's milk, because it doesn't have hormones in it and toxins and la la. And I was like, huh? Let me go read about that. I don't understand what you're saying. And he was like, yeah, it makes people tall. And he was just a regular old pediatrician. And that was, yeah, many years ago, when I think she was more like 5 or 6, because she was so tall. All the kids were like down here and she's way up here. You always saw her coming because she towered over everyone. Does hormonal milk grow everyone that size? No, but it is a huge factor of why it happens at such the rate that it does. That is science. So, I hope you guys liked the video today. It still took 4 hours to do. I hope you had a drink, water, tea, whatever your choice is. Thanks for being here, and if you have any ideas about anniversary makeup or any questions about anniversary makeup, meaning switching your day look to an evening look to go out to dinner with your husband for your anniversary, ask me below. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and we'll be friends. Have a great evening.